Alright, so today we're working on some of the upgrades for the Eton Viper 90 two-stroke. This has turned out to be one of my favorite bikes, and I found a deal on eBay and we bought some parts for it, and so we're gonna put them on today and see how she does. Tim's house and take a look at it. He's got a little lift we might throw it up on to make it a little easier to swap the exhaust, but new upgrade with a new carburetor, new exhaust, new reeds, all kinds of cool stuff. So we'll go over the whole thing as we unbox it and start to put it on, but pretty excited. Should be a pretty decent performance upgrade using the new exhaust, bigger carburetor. So been looking forward to doing this for a little bit, and it should be a lot of fun. Got some parts I want to grab out of here, make sure I got everything I need. So that's one of the pieces, new carburetor that we got. Okay, we gotta get those other pieces. So apparently it doesn't record unless you hit the record button, and we lost some footage, or we never recorded it. Either way, we don't have it. But got it loaded up, and it rained for about 30 seconds and stopped, so that was nice. And we've got our supplies, and we're gonna head over to Tim's. Alright, so we're almost to Tim's house. We're about to pull in. A little bit of raindrops hitting the window. Hopefully the rain will hold off, and we'll be able to get everything knocked out. But we'll pick back up here in a second. So we're here, and of course, as we pull up, the rain starts really picking up. So we'll have to see. We might not be able to do it. Showers have been coming and going, but it looks a little dark up there, so might have some problems. But we'll see what happens. Alright, see if we can pull this thing apart. You feel like more confident with that other type of choke?
Well, it's just, you know, when you pull it up, you feel it click. I mean, you got to reach under there. This, like, one thing I don't like on my Eton mine, it's with that newer, you know, aftermarket one. It's not as, I tighten it up, but it's not as definite feeling. Like,
not as snappy.
yeah, like when you put it on, it's on, but when you take it off, it feels like it, you know.
It's a little loose.
Yeah, it's just a little bit loose feeling. I don't know, it may not be, I don't know.
Yeah, that's that auto choke, I think, was one of my biggest issues with that,
The little one.
with the 50, was because it was just like
it was on all the time.
Yeah. Well, I think it was never letting extra gas in. It was always choking it. Was the way it seemed like it. Like it wasn't working as a choke and letting the extra gas in. But it, you know, we also had the issue with that one broken piece of pipe where it was a little short, so I don't know if it was getting good
and then
section.
that tube is also split, so that thing's probably supposed to have an end with holes, so it meters it sort of. So when it does let gas, it's probably
Like a tapered.
it probably just gives it too much.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was just like.
I tried one of mine the other day. I plugged up one. You know how it's got the two, you have to split, but they work.
So you got brakes and lights and.
The lights work. I put it on so I knew while I was testing it, because I'd walk away with the key on, and you know I had the brake locked up there, so I'd come back. I'm like, oh, look at it just shining out there.
No, your battery is still good.
That battery's pretty good one though.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, for what I haven't yet, just have to charge it.
That's pretty awesome.
And now it
For
fires.
as long
I mean,
as it's
it'll
sitting.
fire up right now. Like
Just go out there and boom.
once I got it right with the all your wiring we did, and got the carburetor cleaned again, because I
It's all
pulled it down and it
matched
was gum in it. Oh yeah, it fires right up. I got it like jacked up, you know, on a jack stand, so I can spin the wheels right there.
Is that all you?
You might.
Ashley working today?
Yeah, she went in there too. Like that's why you got here. To the closing.
Since I was in there earlier,
Yeah, it was like you almost, if you'd have waited.
we had that baby chick born, and we've been just giving it regular hen food, and the kids were all concerned that the chick wasn't going to grow because it wasn't getting grower food. So it's like, all right, I think there's like 5% more protein in it, otherwise it's the same food.
Yeah, just feed it more. Yeah, she's like, ask him, did he want any other chicken? Because we got to get rid of some of ours.
Oh, really?
Well, we didn't know that in that pen where they killed 3 of them the other day.
Oh, really?
In the middle of the big dog kennel pen, where they had the Polish that we call bald eagle with the white head and the little fat frizzle.
Too many in there?
Well, not too many in there. I think we didn't realize that one of those the big chickens that we got, I think one of them's a rooster. And see the other little ones were roosters. 2 little roosters was in there, but they were fine, little bantam ones.
And he killed the bantams?
Yeah, they killed like 3 of them. I think that's what happened. The bigger one had growed up and said, "Hey, that's enough of this," and he, you know, I mean, we're talking like a full-grown chicken. Yeah, so there was 3 of them dead, and out of the 3, 2 of them I know were little roosters.
Oh.
And she was like, well, and then that big old Polish out there, what she calls Sauron, he's jumping on her.
Oh.
He's acting bad, so he's about to, either he's gonna go or he's about to be dumplings.
That's my daughter was out feeding them this morning, and our rooster, we call him Little Whitey, he started trying to jump on her. Yeah. And she always carries like a little walking stick when she goes out there.
She had to frag him.
She was like, oh, I was ready for him this morning. I smacked him. And I was like, yeah, did he back up to me? She was like, oh yeah, he left me alone real quick. I was like,
what is this, oh, what the hell does that go to?
What? The throttle? Yeah, that's what I'm loosening right now is the oil injector.
What is that?
On the bottom. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
it's got a little cable that works just like the throttle, where it pumps the oil and then shoots it back up to the top of the engine.
That RT little Yamaha bike has a pumper in there like that, but basically it's just a gear pump. And it's just a gear drive, and it just pumps the more throttle you give it, but it's not tied with a throttle like this. It's double tied right here.
Yeah, it's like they share a throttle. That's like, it's like a heat shield cover.
Oh, that's how it comes out. Peg.
Yeah, this lift definitely helps.
Yeah. I just need another lift to put my tools on now like this high, then roll around. Oh, I think I met another four-wheeler motorcycle fanatic the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gave him my number. Then it's weird because I met him by chopping his chainsaw chain. And he works somewhere down near Blackwood, but he was talking. He said, "Oh, you got?" He asked me. He said, "You don't happen to have any Z50s? Them little fat tank, little Honda Z50 motorcycles?" I'm like, "I do not." He said, "Well, you know, he had one that was his. He's trying to get one for his son, and blah blah blah. He has a big 450 something, but
oh, nice.
It's really, you know, too much." We were talking about all these, and
definitely too much for his son.
well, his son's young, yeah, but I was talking about, he's like, yeah, just for piddling and riding. I said, well, I lifted a tarp and I showed him these. I'm like, these just, you know, these are some interesting ones because they got plenty of power for their size. They're good lightweight four-wheeler, you know. And so we started talking. We stayed here like 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
They said why the power was out last night.
Oh, there we go.
Ashley's like, make sure you save that email because she signed up. I won me a free hot dog at Circle K. I mean, it's some kind of thing you just signed up or whatever.
If the power goes out, you got.
No, we were doing it while the power was out last night. She was bored. We were playing on the phone. You know, we had internet now because we had the phone. But
gotcha.
she's like, I lost on my little contest or something, but you won. I'm like, oh yeah, low to mid because they open.
They respond faster.
They respond faster.
So we're gonna swap these out and put these on there. Other ones were metal. Let's see the other one. Yeah.
Like those are designed to like last forever.
These are the OEM ones that are stainless steel or something. They look like they're in real good shape, but by what we've heard, the fiber ones are supposed to respond a lot better, give better throttle response. But they could crack and you'd have to replace them. So
Where's your
pros and cons
where's your head?
in the box.
Yeah, the factory one lasts longer. They're tough. Sometimes you can't.
Oh yeah, look at that dish difference.
Yeah, you'll lose volume here. You'll gain compression with that.
So it'll go smaller than 90 cc, but it'll be higher.
Well, technically, you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose that. It's just when the piston's at top dead center, it's squeezing in a tighter area.
Okay.
You see, you're deeper right there.
Sweet.
It's the same as if you was to shave this one.
Okay.
Pretty much.
And that one looks like it's in good shape. We don't need a new gasket or anything.
No, gasket's good. It's got it's like the good copper gasket.
Oh, nice.
That's another thing you can cheat on right there. You can find a little bit thinner gasket and squish it even more.
All right, so new gasket and the new fiber reeds.
Your exhaust is down, right? Yep.
Fit right on in there.
Look at y'all. Bing, bing, bing.
All right, and then we have This aftermarket KO SO intake that works with the 21 millimeter.
You got the new, oh, you put that on? Yeah, you got another one of those.
Yeah, we got to put this on.
Yeah, so if you want to go ahead and come around and bolt that up, that way we don't knock any
trash in there.
Don't knock any trash in.
Do I put another gasket? Is that why it came with two? Does one go here and one go there? So it's supposed to be one top and bottom?
I would put one there, yeah.
Or since it's plastic, do I know?
I would put one on each. You got one on the bottom between the metal and
yeah.
put one there. Because that way, if there's any imperfection, it'll seal. You don't want it sucking air.
Can you hand me the screws? I left them in the old intake.
You see, that's another thing. When I do my little RT, I'm going to buy aftermarket reeds. I still have the factory ones, which they work fine, but they said you can gain a little bit of. It's going to feel better on the throttle response. It'll seem snappier and quicker.
I was going to say this thing's like one of my favorite to ride at.
This is one good thing about two strokes. Like that head's already on.
There's no valve adjustment.
Yeah. I told you though, when you start screwing with them, they can be aggravating to make run right. Man.
Well, this one was running like a top. So
I mean, you found out like that little yellow one. It's that all that carb. If that thing's not right, it'll kick your butt.
Oh yeah, it just doesn't run. It's like.
And yeah, it don't run. And you're lucky that you got electric start. You imagine.
Kick-starting it to
Yeah,
death?
I had to do my little 100 over there, that dirt bike. I had to keep kicking it, and the foot pegs are so close that you can't kick it without it hitting the front. When it goes all around and kick starts, it catches the front of your foot right there. And I had to take the foot pegs off of it to crank it. And then finally, I figured out, hey, let's just push it across the yard, jump on it, dump the clutch.
And that would allow you to start it?
Yeah, it's just like, it just spin it over faster. Like pulling it behind a truck or something. So I got it running, it was alright, so I went down the road and blew it up.
So you can only do that on gotta have a manual clutch, right?
Yeah.
These damn things are not biting. I can't figure out if they're not long enough or they're not lining up, but I don't see how they could not be lined up.
See? It went somewhere right there. 100.
We got the old exhaust pulled off. Big hole right there. So we got this new piece. This bolts in right there. So we'll be back there in a second. Alright. So we got that piece on there. And then the new muffler is going to slide onto there. And it connects on there with a spring. So we'll get it connected and slide through and connect the spring. Be right back. Using the string to help pull the spring.
The string for the spring. It's just we can't get a straight shot at it.
Underneath it, yeah, like that. And pull. There you go. You got it.
And then,
oh yeah.
You just unravel it.
Pulls it out.
Is it in the hole?
Yep.
And then you pull it out. Remember that trick?
Heck yeah.
Get this and then you can tighten up. Once we get it bolted up, then we tighten them bolts up because I think we need that to wiggle.
Okay, so the exhaust
We'll leave
intake.
the bottom exhaust loose on the head.
Uh-huh.
Because see, I got this partly.
Okay, yeah, that way you can add some flex to it.
Yeah, we need to figure out where this is going to hang right here.
Alright, so we got the cover back on, we got the new head on, we got the intake put on, we got the exhaust header put on, we got the first spring put on using the string technique. That's a bonus for the day. This pipe slid on, so everything seems to be lining up.
Is that where it's going to bolt right there?
Yep. And so everything looks in good shape.
The only thing is this.
We'll be back in just a minute.